guys, it's Melanie, and today I'm going to do my review of the Paula's Choice Resist BHA 9. I ordered this from the Paula's Choice website. One of my subscribers actually contacted me and she was like, hey, I know that you've been curious about some of the Paula's Choice skincare stuff. I think I'd mentioned it in one of my videos, and she was like, I have a link. If you use it, you can get $10 off. And so I went ahead and I used her link, and I ordered the Resist BHA 9. This was something that I've been looking at for quite some time on the website, and I'm sorry that it's so bright today. I've tried to adjust the blinds like 3 different times. It either makes it too dark or too bright. I just can't win with the lighting today. But anyway, at the time that I purchased this, all of the chemical exfoliants, I believe, were 20% off. So there was a 20% off sale, and then by using her link, I got the $10 off. I'm going to put a link down below for you guys to be able to get $10 off of the Paula's Choice skincare products, whatever you want to buy, whether it's this or something else. You guys know that I'm honest. If you use that link, it does give me a small credit at Paula's Choice. So in the future, when I purchase another skincare product, I'll have like a credit with Paula's Choice. You can set this up yourselves. It's just their refer a friend program. So there you go. If you want it, use it. It was honestly better to use the link than any of the other coupons that I saw out there, because $10 off ended up making this at the time, I think 20 or 21 bucks. So that was an amazing deal. Because normally this is, I can't remember, but I want to say it's like 30 something. So not cheap, and you certainly don't get a lot. This is only 0.3 fluid ounces. It's a very, very small container. I'll show you the palm of my hand here. I've been so curious about this for so long. I was hoping that this would help mostly with my clogged oil ducts. I've been getting these bumps on my face. They're just skin-colored bumps. They are clogged oil ducts. They're extremely frustrating to get rid of because nothing seems to work on them, and short of going to the doctor and either having them extracted or having them frozen, which are the 2 most common ways to treat them, I'm just not ready to commit to doing that because sometimes that can lead to scarring. So I thought that I would try this first to see if it would at least help reduce the size of them. If it doesn't get rid of them entirely, fine. I was just going to go ahead and go to the dermatologist anyway. So, been using this about 3 weeks now, and I can honestly say that this is my new holy grail skincare product. Let me tell you the 9 things that this particular product claims to address. So, clogged pores, enlarged pores, white bumps, flesh-colored bumps, rough skin, redness and irritation, marks from past breakouts, wrinkles and fine lines, and dry, flaky skin. This has absolutely, without a doubt, addressed every single one of those issues for me. The clogged pores. So frame of reference, I have really, really oily skin. I have huge, huge pores, like huge pores. Normally, if you have really crazy oily skin, you're also stuck with enlarged pores. It's been an issue my entire life. It's extremely frustrating. It makes me very prone to clogged pores, as well as just blackheads. And blackheads have been like the bane of my existence ever since I was a teenager. I never really dealt with like cystic acne or just acne at all. I may have had a few bumps here and there. My issue was blackheads, and blackheads are almost worse because they're so stubborn. They just, short of like extracting them, like they just don't go away, at least up until I got this. You know, like I would sometimes, even up until like a couple weeks ago, I was using like the BHA strips, but that would not necessarily always grab like the entire blackhead from like deep down in the pore. It would just grab like the top part. But then you'd still be stuck with the rest of that stuff in your pore, and it would just fill up again, which was extremely frustrating because it was just a vicious cycle. This seems to basically power into my pores. It dissolves all of that stuff. It dissolves it to the point where at night when I am using I use my Clarisonic, I will wash my face and, dry it. And then when I go to use my toner, which I use on a cotton pad, I can run that cotton pad across my skin and I can actually see and feel like the clogged pores and blackheads like coming out on the cotton pad. Like they just kind of are like rolling out of my skin at this point. That sounds disgusting. But sometimes even, like when you have an itch on your face and you kind of like scratch it, like there's blackheads and stuff coming out, which is so gross. And that has never happened in the past. This is literally like, it is just melting everything within my pores and loosening it from like the inside, and just it has to come out because it can no longer stick to anything in there. It has just made such a huge difference. In terms of addressing the clogged oil ducts, it has started putting a dent in those. Not massively. I would say they're not half reduced quite yet. They're reduced by about a quarter. So it seems to be slow going with the clogged oil ducts, but it is making a dent in them, which is all that I could have asked for from this tiny tube of salicylic acid, because that's all this is. The only difference is that this is a 9% salicylic acid solution. So it is much higher than any percentage that you'll get at like the drugstore or even from most like Sephora brands. It just gets deep into your pores. It dissolves all of the dirt, all of the oil, all of the bacteria, and it just forces it out of your pores. My pores look so much smaller now. Like I will look in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, I can't even believe that this is my skin. Like it has made that big of an impact on my skin in a matter of 3 weeks. That is faster and better than any other skincare product that I've ever used in my life, and I will not ever be without this stuff anymore. I haven't noticed it really making an impact on my wrinkles. I am fortunate, and I don't know how I got this lucky with all of the sun damage that I created earlier in my life, but I don't have a ton of wrinkles yet. I do have some lines on my forehead, but those are just mostly like expression lines. Haven't noticed an impact on any wrinkles. It's fine. The biggest thing is the rough skin. It just seems to exfoliate everything away. The clogged pores, the enlarged pores, any whiteheads that I've gotten. Like if I happen to get one and I put this stuff on top of it, just is like gone the next day. It just like powers through and just kills the stuff on your face. I don't know how it does it. I don't really care as long as it keeps doing it, because it just has made such a huge difference on my skin. This is not a product that is crazy over drying. I figured because it was a 9% solution of salicylic acid that I would kind of be screwed and then it would just destroy my skin. That is not the case at all. And I've been using this every single night. At first I had a teensy tiny bit of dryness in certain areas, but now that is not even an issue at all anymore. I use it every single night all over my face. The instructions do say to apply a pea-sized amount daily and only at night. This is not something that you want to use during the daytime. By the way, it goes without saying, please use a product that has SPF in it. I always use my Miracle Skin Transformer from Sarah McNamara. That has an SPF of 20, because a product like this could make you a little bit more sensitive to the sun. So just keep that in mind. As far as the texture, a lot of people seem to have issues with this being a very liquidy product. It is extremely liquidy. It's not a gel. You need to basically pump this, because it does have a pump applicator there. You need to pump this into the palm of your hand and then just take like your middle finger or whatever finger, get some, spread it, get some more, spread it, and just do it that way, because if you try to put it like in between your fingers here, it's just going to run in between and it's messy. So that's what I found works best for me. I really, really encourage you to try this if you are somebody who has the same type of skin problems that I do, which is the enlarged pores, the clogged pores, the blackheads, just general like texture issues with your skin. it has worked so well for me. Now, if in the past salicylic acid really hasn't done anything for you, I don't know that this is worth a try for you. But if in the past you've responded to salicylic acid, you know, if you've gotten like some clean and clear from the drugstore or something and your skin has done okay with it, then this would be worth a try because it does have a much higher solution of the salicylic acid in it. So that might be the extra sort of push that your skin needs to really deal with those stubborn imperfections. What I like about the Paula's Choice skincare is that if you're not happy with it, you can totally send it back. So they do have a 100% guarantee on their skincare products. And that was one of the reasons why I was really comfortable purchasing this, is because I knew if I didn't like it, I could just send it back. So there's that. All I can say is that I really do think this is worth a try if you deal with those really stubborn issues that I've been dealing with. I honestly can't tell you how happy I am with my skin now, and that this will be a product that will be with me for the rest of my life. I hope they never stop making this. I just cannot get enough of it. So hopefully I sort of managed to like get everything out that I wanted to. I've tried to record this video like 3 different times and I just kind of like am all over the place. So hopefully it made sense. Please let me know if you have any questions down below. For those of you that are going to ask what is on my lips, let me just tell you right now, because I know I'll forget to put it in the information. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Lip Liner in Plumberry. The Revlon Super Lustrous Cream Lipstick in Sassy Mauve. Sassy. And then the gloss is the Flower Lip Gloss in Plum Pansy. I put a picture of this on Instagram today. I love this lip. Very fall, very plummy, very seasonally appropriate. So anyway, let me know if you guys have questions down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.